Hey, what's up YouTube, Pallab here, and we have the brand new Coolpad Note 5 Lite here. We already did an unboxing and we had a first look at this device. This is gonna be the full review. So that's the box. It's quite a minimalistic box. You can see it costs just under 9,000. We have the space gray model and 16GB model. In fact, that's the only storage model it comes with. On the top you'd have this one. It's a beautiful device. I'll come back to the device in just a bit. We have the SIM tray opener tool and the documentation there. We have the power charger here, 1.5 ampere, and the micro USB cables. There are no headphone jack with the box. Now we'll keep the box aside and we'll take a closer look at this device out here. First of all, I love the look and feel of this device. It's certainly not the thinnest device in the market, nor the lightest one. It's an all metal device. However, I love this matte finish on the back, and then this nice ring over here with diamond cut edges on both here, and specifically the display. It's a glossy display, it's a fingerprint magnet, no doubt, but this nice 2.5D curved screen kind of gives the device a premium feeling. Overall, and being a 5-inch device, mind you, it's very easy to handle and carry, and it's not gonna slip off your hand that easily. It's also very easy to operate with a single hand. So 5-inch screen, you have an HD resolution, and you have a 13MP back camera, LED flash, noise cancelling mic, and then a fingerprint sensor. Then the front camera along with another flash on the front rather, and then you have your shortcut keys here, volume rocker, power button, and your dual hybrid SIM tray over there, 3.5mm jack, micro USB port, another noise cancelling mic, and then the speaker grill here. That's the 5-inch display, HD display. It's quite bright and crisp, and despite of being an HD display, the display does not show any sign of pixelation. The viewing angle is very good but not excellent. If you roundabout there, the color starts to disorient a bit. But this is not an LED screen, but whenever you're looking at it from a fair angle, things are perfectly fine. Now this one runs Android 6 or 6.x Marshmallow. Oops, what happened? Yeah, there. 6.0, and then it runs MediaTek 1 GHz chipset, 3GB of RAM, internal storage 16GB, but of course you can use that micro SD card and expand another 64GB if you only use one SIM. That is, there are other settings, and then let me show you some of the other settings over here. Battery and storage. So I can go to memory, and in the one day 1.3GB memory is used out of 3GB, and 1.5GB is available. That's great RAM management, and I've been using this device almost consistently. We have the device storage, so out of 16GB, 8.61GB is available, I think, which is okay, but it's not much storage, mind you, if you have lots and lots of game to play on this device, and if the game does not support storing their data on an SD card. Now let's take a look at the apps. You have the usual Google apps here, and then some of the in-house apps. Are there any third-party apps? Very few, like WPS Office and all, but not many bloatware. You have Amazon, because this is selling on Amazon exclusively. The UI is smooth and does not lag in day-to-day usage, but if you have lots of apps in the background, then yeah, it does kind of slow down a bit, but never a problem. Let's check out the camera here. In the past, I really appreciated Coolpad cameras. They do not exactly give you the flagship quality, but for the price point, they have always been very decent, and this camera also should not be any different. The UI is fairly simple, common, and fairly clean, so you have nothing obstructing your view here. You have here the how you would switch between the front and the back camera. In fact, the 8MP back camera, see, It's very detailed. The front camera, sorry, I love the front camera. Then have HDR and the flash. Here you can have some of the shooting modes, not many shooting modes though. That could be one of my complaints about this. And then a detailed settings. You have beauty mode. You also have a pro mode where you can customize many things like your ISO, white balance. See, you can do the white balance, then exposure and saturation. Saturation part is new. That's cool. Saturation meaning that you can give a natural tone to your skin, contrast, and some of the other things. When you move to the front camera, you only have the HDR option, and then again the settings here. Yeah, you see, photo. And what's good thing about the front camera here, and Coolpad is doing good at this front. Even with the cheaper phones, they're at least giving the flash on the front. I've been asking for flash on the front cameras from many phone makers. That's kind of very common. It should have been common by now because you take a lot of selfies these days. This is one company that I found consistently been providing the flash in their latest devices, which is a good move. Now, talking about the overall image and video quality, they are more than decent. They are very good for the price point. Mind you, again, if you compare it with a device that's less, let's say over 22 or 25k, then probably it won't compete. But anything under 15,000, I think this is one of the better cameras out there. It can really compete with those. The colors are decent. The detail level is just about fine. It does not oversaturate any color. In fact, it kind of keeps the color in a more natural way. So if you're the one who really likes natural color, you'll really appreciate it. But if you like really pop out colors, then probably you would like to post process a bit. Under low light, yeah, definitely noise starts to creep in. Even with the front camera, you can use flash in both, but particularly in case of the front camera, it kind of washes some of the details. However, as I mentioned before, it's one of the better cameras out there for social media uploading.
I'm leaning in.
I like the speaker output. It has proper amount of bass and treble. It's also loud enough, maybe not for not outdoor, not like a picnic spot or something, but then it's loud enough for a room. But because the speakers are situated here on the back side, if you keep it on a flat surface, the sound would will get obstructed. The vocals are not very loud, but they are natural. The surround sound is good.
From the universe? From the messenger. Oh, yeah, of course.
Benchmarks, well, being an entry-level processor, you cannot expect head-turning performance, and expectedly it scores below average in most of the cases, but in some cases it does really good. Like let's say for example in PC Mark 2512 where max are 5.8, so it kind of scores right about in the average. Even here just below average, again just below average, 6.4, yeah, 6.255. So yeah, in most cases scores much below average. Now when talking about the battery life, here is something where it really shines. 7 hours 36 minutes. It's brilliant battery time, and it's mostly the screen on time. And 7 hours 36 might sound like it does not get you through the day, but screen on time, and you do not have your screen on all the time. 7 hours 36 minutes, meaning that it should actually get you at least 1.4 to 1.5 days of moderate usage, and that's amazing for a phone. Comparing that to some of the other phones, like some of the battery heavy phones, 16 hours So yeah, it's definitely more than half of those, and it's definitely more than many of the flagship and many phones that cost much more than this. I'm very, very impressed with the battery life here. We threw some game on this device. It could play most of them perfectly, but then lagged just a tad bit in some cases and skipped frames also. So then guys, that was the end of our full review. Now we'll end it with some of the pros and cons. The pros are this: I really love the design and build quality of the device, and being a 5-inch device, it's really manageable. I like the sound output and surprisingly good camera, and then the battery life is really the star of this device. What I do not like, well, you know, the processor is an entry-level processor, MediaTek 1 GHz processor, and if you really stress this device, then it kind of gets slowed down just a tad bit, but that's expected from you know, that kind of a processor. But apart from that, considering the price, I think it does good in almost all the other departments. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask anything related to this, and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe to our channel and share this video to share the love. Thank you.